GPT-5 looks like it's about to be official. What do I mean? Take a look at this. From the United States Patent and Trademark Office, OpenAI has recently filed a trademark for the term GPT-5. Now, what does that mean? Well, as of right now, obviously it has not been approved, but that means that they have simply filed for this trademark, and essentially with this they have to describe what they are filing for. Now let's go ahead and look at exactly what they have written out. And one quick mention before we continue: if you want to see the latest updates in the AI space and easy to read weekly summaries, be sure to sign up for our newsletter. And here they state downloadable computer programs and downloadable computer software for using language models. In addition, downloadable computer programs and computer software for the artificial production of human speech and text, which is already stuff that we have seen in other AI softwares, as well as more downloadable for natural language processing, generation, understanding, and analysis, and continues to repeat the downloadable computer programs and software for machine learning, base language, and speech processing software, and then repeats it again with translation of text or speech from one language to another. That sounds very similar to, for example, a Google Translate and some of these other AI, as well as additional for sharing datasets for the purpose of machine learning, predictive analytics, and building language models. And continues on to reference conversion of audio data files into text. That's big. In addition, we have voice and speech recognition. So we've already seen that in some other AI projects that is particularly focused simply on audio generation, as well as creating and generating text. In addition, for developing, running, and analyzing algorithms that are able to learn and analyze, classify, and take actions in response to exposure to data. In addition, computer software for developing and implementing artificial neural networks. And then it continues on with some more information, which we will just cover that in a moment. But let's just go back and reference what just this described. And essentially, it described pretty much almost every text chat-based prompt software currently out there in the market. Now, in terms of this actually getting approved, well, on average, it states here that it's about 12 to 18 months. So essentially from this starting date, which started in July, it's probably not going to see anything, even a confirmation, let alone in the next year at least, let alone year and a half. And that's assuming another company doesn't come up with their own trademark. But that is at least just some background on the length of time it takes for these things typically to process. And here just some data regarding this particular trademark filing. And you can see here July 18th of 2023. And then we can see the owner, OpenAI OpCo LLC Limited Liability, and then list their address there, as well as the priority dates and then additional details regarding this, and is currently showcasing live. And now let's continue with the additional details listed on here. SaaS, aka software as a service. And we can see here providing online non-downloadable software for using language models, providing online non-downloadable software for artificial production of human speech and text. And then we can see language processing, generation, understanding and analysis, as well as machine learning based language and speech processing. In addition, translation, text or speech from one language to another. And then it continues to essentially, looks like it sort of repeats some of the stuff from the above paragraph, but simply rewords it in their different phrasing, which you see the non-downloadable software and essentially additional details there. But the main thing I got from this particular description is it's trying to cover all the bases, at least right now, that majority of these current, at least text to prompt style, even the text translation, the data, audio, speech, it seems like it's trying to cover majority of those factors in this current trademark. particularly regarding GPT-5. So if this does get approved, what does that mean for all the other AI companies out there that have a very similar type of business model? That it could be particularly one thing such as translation of text, audio, something to do with machine learning and data. Who knows? As of right now though, the fact that they have GPT-5 as the actual term they're trying to get as a trademark is a sure sign that we could potentially see ChatGPT 5 coming up within reasonable time. Obviously, there's no confirmed dates, but rumors have been around, and at the current rate AI is evolving, I would not be surprised if OpenAI themselves or even a competing company comes out with a software program version, whatever company they create, that is at the same level, if not above, what we could consider as a GPT-5 level AI. So for now, we still only have GPT 3.5 and GPT 4, but the competition is heating up. We've already seen Google Bard, Claude 2. Next thing you know, it's in 6 months from now, there's going to be a brand new company that I don't even know of that came out of nowhere with next level AI technology. And then that point, who knows how far we'll go. So just backtracking, GPT-4 was created or essentially released March 14th of 2023. So you're watching this right now. This is only a few months currently from that time. Comparing this to, as you can see the bottom, GPT-3 was back at June 11th of 2020, and then ChatGPT was November 30th, 2022. So we went from literally ChatGPT to GPT-4 in literally less than 6 months. And now we have a bunch of new competitors out in the space, and everyone was saying GPT-5 is going to be too powerful. They should ban it, do some sort of regulation, because it's going to be detrimental to whatever reason they have. And at this point, AGI, human-like intelligence, is one of the big worries and fears. If you're not sure what that means, essentially, when AI becomes essentially a human to where you can't recognize whether it's a robot or it is not, and it can do unlimited prompting to the point where you ask it a simple task, and next thing you know, it continues to run forever until it solves that particular equation or problem. That is a crazy world that we just have to wait and see when that comes out. But obviously there are a lot of pros to this and some cons, and I can see why a lot of people could be worried about that potentially being released. But I believe as long as they put the proper regulations, rules in to prevent bad actors from doing stuff they shouldn't, then I think overall the development of AI might be something that we can work with and improve in our daily lives.